What's good, YouTube? This is AOC85 here, coming to you with the Destiny Hero deck profile. Video 3 is all about the spells and traps. So, let's get right down to it. Emergency Call. Now, if you notice from the deck profile, this deck doesn't have too much draw power. I mean draw power is the one copy of Destiny Hero Destiny Draw, which allows you to discard one of your Destiny Hero monsters and draw 2 cards. So one might think it's not so consistent. However, this deck runs heavily on search power through effect monsters affecting spell cards. Emergency Call is one of those search power cards. It allows you to search for any copy of your elemental hero monster in your entire deck. Usually the main target is Stratos, because he's one of the guys who doubles as a monster. 1800 beat stick, back row destruction, and Destiny Hero Searcher. So he's a pretty key card to this deck. Your 3 copies of Polymerization. Unfortunately, the only way to fusion summon Destiny and Dragoon is with this card. Konami kind of made it kind of hard in that you can't use Miracle Fusion, which kind of sucks. But I guess it balances out, because if you could Miracle Fusion him, it would. Oh yeah. Don't even get into that before I start jizzing on myself. Anyway, yeah, Polymerization, really key. It allows you to go into Destiny and Dragoon, and actually you can use it for any of your fusion monsters. It's just that it's not as advisable, unless you're like have so much advantage and you want to push for game. Alright, like I said, 2 copies of Miracle Fusion. There should be 3, but I'm missing one. The idea is that you use your graveyard for fusion summons, which ideally you'll be only using. In the best case scenario, you only use the Miracle Fusion and 2 monsters in your graveyard, so that you don't minus yourself from your hands. And so that allows you to go Absolute Zero and the Shining. And the Shining really benefits from this card, because once you remove from play your hero monsters, obviously his attack increases by 300 for each hero monster removed. So, and then he combos again with that card, because once he's destroyed, you get those hero monsters back, and then just increases your hand control. Pot of Duality. One of those sexy cards that came out of Duelist Revolution. So sexy. It's a pot with 2 faces, people. 2 faces. Anyway, I digress. Unfortunately, it kind of contradicts with the idea of the deck. You want to fuse as much as you can, and fusion summons obviously are special summons, but Pot of Duality adds consistency, allowing you to get through those combo pieces. Because there will be times when you have a full hand of 5, not all the time, but there was one time I had a full hand of 5 copies of Destiny Hero monsters and a Pot of Duality, and that pot got me Polymerization. I had to wait a turn, next turn went off like crazy. It was glorious. And I ended up winning that duel at my locals. Oh yeah, side note, this deck has actually been tested at locals and outside of locals. The 2 times I played it, it was a 16-man tournament and I believe a 15-man tournament. Kind of gay, but I ended up going top 4 for the 16-man tournament, and I think I lost to, I can't remember which deck I lost to. It was some weird burn deck. It went to overtime, and then he ended up killing me with Magical Cylinder. Yeah, embarrassing, but and then the 15-man deck I got 2nd place, so that was pretty nice. All right, got 2 MSTs, obviously back row destruction. Now in the other YCS Anaheim build done by Michael Bowden, he doesn't main deck these 2. MST, ask anyone, it's one of my favorite cards. Yes, it's just a 1-for-1 for back row hate, but I hate back rows. I despise them with a passion, and just goes the distance, goes the mile. Destiny Draw, obviously, discard 1 Destiny Hero monster to draw 2 cards. Now you might wonder why I'm not running Allure of Darkness with all the dark monsters. And I did test with it, but I noticed that I really don't want to remove my dark monsters unless I'm doing so to revive Destiny and Dragoon, because they're kind of crucial. I'm still toying around with it. I might end up going and putting it back, but for now, I like the Destiny Draw engine. Dark Hole. Enough said. Monster Reborn. Enough said. Rhoda. Every single monster that is level 4 or lower and is a warrior is searchable by this card. Point blank period. Emergency Teleport. The psychic card that made Teledad. That the reason why almost every single card in the Teledad deck was limited, restricted, or semi-limited. This thing, it goes to work like you have no idea how many times I've turned an Elemental Hero Ocean or like a used Stratos into a Black Rose or Brown Neck, and either nuked the board and got pluses off of it thanks to Royal Decree, or sometimes not without even Royal Decree being on the board, or just gone for game because Brown Neck just bounced cards, and then I just had like, there was one game where I had a board of E-Hero Shiny, E-Hero Absolute Zero, Destiny and Dragoon, and Brown Neck. And it's happened more than once, so it's pretty consistent. This thing allows you to, obviously, you guys should know it by now, special summon a monster, psychic monster level 3 or lower from your deck. So pick out that Krebins, pick out that Psychic Commander, and in the future pick out that Psygirl. Giant Trunate, obviously more back row hate. Scapegoat. Scapegoat gives you tokens, and this is one of the reasons why I'm considering adding another extra deck monster, being Naturia Barkion, because once I get Psygirl, who is an Earth monster, Earth attribute tuner, this card gives you Scapegoat tokens that are Earth attribute. I normally use it to bring out Destiny Hero Plasma for like effect monster hate, but I'm thinking about using this as a Naturia Synchro engine. I need to bring out Barkion and the Beast with either the Psychic Commander or Psygirl. So either way, this card is staying because it's, with Black Rings seeing so little play and Gladiator Beast not as big in my locals, though they can be dangerous with these tokens. It goes to work. It goes tomorrow. And your trap lineup. Double Royal Decree. 3 for me has often clogged. It's either clogged my hand or I've never really gotten to those 3 copies, and it's just been, yeah, so 2 is okay for me. I have a third one in the main inside deck, but I'm just going to play around with 2. Deck Devastation Virus. To be honest, this should be 2 erratic epidemic virus, because the idea of tributing your Destiny and Dragoon and either ripping apart their spells or traps depending on if you have Royal Decree or not, just too good. I mean, this hits a lot of stuff in the Samurai deck, Plant deck, hits a lot of stuff in a lot of different decks that really goes to work, but it does nothing against, like, for example, Miracle Hero Fusion matchup, Gravekeepers, kind of, but not really in Gravekeepers. Hits some stuff in X-Saber, but not really. I don't know. Michael Bowden runs 1 of each, and I'm toying around with 2 just to be able to consistently draw into what I want. And I'd rather have Erratic Epidemic Virus out first because that's more reliable than this one. Because, I mean, they're both situational, but every single deck in the meta runs spells. Not every single deck has monsters 1500 or below, so there it is. Alright, YouTube. This is the Spell Trap lineup. Hope you like it. Rate, comment, subscribe. Leave comments down there. Subscribe. Peace out. Deuces.